Ooh, I thought of a good scary movie. It'd be called Thumbnail. And what it would be about is like,
Every murder is the thumbnail before the murder.
oh, damn it. How'd you know? That was literally
I can
it.
read you.
That was literally it.
I can read
It's
you like a book.
basic yet reachable.
Like
marketable.
a fucking book.
Marketable.
You know, that is kind of marketable these days with people on YouTube.
How did Brandon die? He was
It's-
making a thumbnail.
And then no. Some guy would be like, "Guys, I studied last night," and then it shows him studying, and he's like clicking through the shirts. He's like, and then he sees the thumbnail, and then he looks at the picture of the murder scene. He's like, or the last picture that they were in alive.
Or you know what, too? He'd be that one friend, too. He'd be like, here, I found it on this ancient book with the sacred text that I got at the local library. And I'm like, bullshit. You can't find whatever crazy book that is.
Yeah, that's like it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Or Paranormal Activity 4.
Yeah.
Oh, here's this demon book about all these demons. Yeah, good luck finding that in real life.
It's supposed to be creative, Brennan. Imagination.
October, Halloween. It's only fitting to talk about, some of the flaws there.
True. Are you excited for the Halloween movie?
Someone came through my work.
Did it come out yet?
Yeah. Someone at my work came
Oh,
through.
shit.
And they told me that it wasn't good. And they were wearing Halloween shirt, Halloween hat, like of the movie.
The last one wasn't good. There's supposed to be another one too, I think.
The last one wasn't good?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It was God.
Episode 49, Jobins. What's up? We haven't been here a while. It's been a couple weeks. We've been fucking busy.
It's been a minute.
We're back. Brendan, dude, one thing that I've been dealt with, that I kind of want to talk about, hoarding.
Yes.
Do your parents hoarder at all?
Oh, God.
They get rid of everything,
They get
right?
rid of everything. They actually went to Eureka, to the same place we had gone to
Mhm.
drop more shit off. Like, my dad was like, oh, I found a place where I can drop stuff off. And because he did have some stuff in the garage that he wasn't feeling anymore. You know?
Uh-huh.
So,
Damn, so do you think I started that?
yeah, you did a productive thing.
Wow. It's like the butterfly effect.
It's
I started something.
Mhm.
How cool. Yeah, Jobins. Some of you, I don't know if you ever seen it before, the giant, I don't even know, what do you call them, a box TV from 2004?
Analog box TV,
Yeah.
2004.
Just like something huge. You can live in it. If you have kids, you can make a fortress in your backyard with it.
200 pounds.
200 pounds. You got to gut it if you were going to make a fort. But yeah, 200 fucking pounds. Literally Goodwill wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
A thrift shop wouldn't take it. An antique thrift shop that literally had everything.
We pulled up to the freaking Goodwill, and the guys instantly, no, we can't take that. Not a chance.
You guys trying to get rid of that big box TV? I'm like, yeah. He's like, nah, we don't take that. I'm like, well, fuck, dude. And we called. Well, my dad called. That's where I fucked up. But hey, thanks to your dad. Shout out to your dad for driving us all the way to Eureka. 40 cent. I took it to that place. What was it? What is it called? Like, it's a
recycling plant.
Yeah. Duh.
Or, well, I guess it's not a plant. It's a recycling, like, junkyard type place.
Yeah.
Where they sell, like, lawnmowers and stuff, too.
And we had to pay to get rid of the damn thing. 40 cents a pound.
That's how we found out it was 200 pounds, the TV.
$84 to get rid of it. But at the end of the day, we did it the right way.
Does anyone know anyone that would need a 2005 box TV that doesn't have HDMI ports and you can't really even use a lot of today's technology on?
What the fuck were we thinking about making TVs like that? I guess that's just how the technology was.
Yeah.
You did have the smaller, like, 80s TVs with the turns. Those were heavy as fuck. But why something that big? Damn, that thing was annoying. Sat in my house for fucking 16 years.
It's really nice that it's gone. Obviously,
Finally
like,
gone.
you guys can't see it, but it's a huge difference.
Jobins. Hoarding. Fucking awful. And you know what's weird with hoarding? Is like it from the outside perspective. If you didn't know the person and you're just like friends with someone whose family member's a giant hoarder, or if you see the TV show Hoarders, you're judging. You're going, oh, what the fuck is wrong with that person? That is so fucked up.
That is some disgust.
Yeah, like, what kind of person is that? But really, it's not like that. At least in my case, with the hoarding that I've dealt with in my life.
Yeah.
Because the person who is the hoarder in my life is the sweetest person in the world and would do anything for anyone. You know what I mean? And I wonder, why do we shun hoarding so bad? Because it's awful. But why don't we like try to help people more?
That's the whole argument with mental issues.
I know, in general,
in
dude.
general, is like, why do we not pay more attention to it?
Mental illness is huge. It's sad.
Mhm.
Hoarding is sad. I've found shit that would have made a Catholic nun cry.
You keep saying that. A Catholic nun cry. What a
It's-
specific.
Well, that's because God would have cried. That's why.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it was
And
bad.
and then another thing with hoarding, it's like, God damn it. You clean and it happens again, and you clean and it happens again. You clean and it happens again, over and over. And you're like, but you just can't give up. You know what I mean? Mo was like, dude, you do that so well. You should do that for my office. I'll pay you. I'm like, fuck that, dude. But I'm like, damn, maybe I should. What's that show, Renovators? Or is that just what they are? What's the show called?
There probably is a show called Renovators.
Renovators,
That's
or
why
Ho-
I'm laughing so hard.
or
Like,
Home
it's
Impro-
probably a real show. That
Yeah.
It's Renovators on the Home
There's
Network
a show where they redo people's houses.
There's
and
the Property Brothers.
And there is the Hoarder show. Property Brothers, yeah.
The Hoarder Show.
It's about It's about hoarding.
I
think it's
remember
called
it.
Hoarders.
Is it even still a thing?
I'm sure it is. There's people hoarding every day.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
mean,
I mean?
there is. That is a real thing. It's like a
Huh?
coping mechanism, I
Yeah.
guess. Or,
Well, you know, people who with hoarding, they can't let go of things, items, personal items that they hold sentimental value to.
mm-hmm.
When people die, you get their shit. And then this person dies, you get their shit. And all of a sudden, you got all this shit. You're not doing garage sales. It's just piling. And then it's like stress. Maybe that person's stressed the fuck out. And they're just not even thinking clearly. They're just so stressed.
Mm-hmm. There's
Anxiety.
there's levels to it. There's levels.
And
to
one
that.
thing that's really frustrating with dealing with someone with hoarding is when you go to fuck and clean the hoarding. Not fucking clean the hoarding. Fucking clean the hoarding. They get mad.
Mm.
They get upset with you. They're like, why the fuck are you cleaning this shit? This is my shit. And it's like, no, it's for the better. There's like green fucking mold on chocolate.
Mm.
Not good, man. So yeah, I had to deal with that. Clean the shit out of it. It's night and day. But I had to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
Took about a week, like 6 days. Huh.
It looks a lot better.
Yeah, on that half. Yeah. It's probably the cleanest this whole room's ever been.
Yeah, there's the spiders too, and how scared you are of them.
Oh, yeah. Terrified. Yeah. Can you do that noise again?
That's the spider noise, man. It came at you, dude.
Dude, look at these. See what these things are for?
What are those? What are those?
I'm going to hang these around my fucking house
Oh,
because we got fucking
flies.
flies. No, we're hanging them around the outside, Brendan, for these fucking birds, these woodpeckers. Every morning at 7 o'clock, this time around the year, they're brrrt, brrrt, on the side of our house.
That's not gonna hurt them, is it?
Brrrt. No, it scares them away. You hang it up, and it scares them. This is science. This is science. Someone went into a science class and was like, you know what? People are dealing with all these damn birds. How do we do this?
You know,
Science.
you know who made those kind of things? People in your cousin Carter's department.
Exactly.
Like the ecology and everything with environments and stuff.
Exactly. They're going to take care of these goddamn birds we got. Because I can't take it anymore. 7 of them. And it's not just like a little brat. It's brat, brat,
Ooh.
brat.
Dude, a woodpecker sound on a trap beat?
No, when you're trying to sleep, I'm going to be like Rambo at 6 in the morning. Just out there. Scoping.
I never realized
every one of these sons of-
woodpeckers were that big of a deal.
Oh, yeah, neither did I. And that's why I'm like, why are we the only person dealing with this? Why the fuck is our house being attacked every season by the fucking woodpeckers? Because they were gone for a while. I'm like, oh, maybe it died. And no, now that it's fall again and getting cold, they're back. It's just this time of the year. It sucks. And they're loud. And apparently a lot of people deal with them. And guess what? They can put holes in your roof and cause damage and shit. Just a whole bunch of fucking issues. So yeah, I looked it up. Those were on Amazon. Apparently they work. Hanging them up.
Yeah.
And if these don't work, then I've got to go Rambo on them. And I don't like to kill. I quit fishing. I'm not a big fisher anymore. I never hunt deer.
Yeah,
But
you couldn't hunt deer, dude. You get too attached to animals.
I know.
When we went to recycle that TV, we passed that deer, remember? Oh, look, you're already getting sad again from the deer that we had passed that had got hit by a car.
I can't believe you're
was
even
still alive, moving a bit.
I can't believe you're even bringing it up on right now. That's so sad.
But like to think of you even hunting a deer though.
Oh,
is
I know.
even beyond me.
But then it's like, okay, if the world's fucked, we're gone, everything's fucked, and you gotta hunt to survive, and I'm hungry, and I'm real hungry. Then could I kill a deer? Probably.
Why can't you be a vegetarian? Why can't you
I know, maybe I would be.
grow a garden?
But I love meat. And see, the killing gets done for me. Could I be a killer? I don't know. Maybe I would be a vegetarian.
Well, what about like livestock though? You know, even if the apocalypse happens, you could have cows and stuff.
Yeah.
Like someone would have to figure something out.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, these goddamn birds are going to go down because I can't take it anymore.
Rest in peace to the mocking.
Yeah.
Or the
All right, dude.
yeah,
So,
woodpeckers.
yeah, yesterday was hype. Last night was crazy.
Oh shit.
I'm honestly a little tired and still a little wore out.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, yeah, my arm still does hurt a little bit. I wanted to wait to tell you on the pod.
Yeah.
My whole fucking right here, and my shoulder right here. I'm a big puss.
How much time did you hold the
I'm a big
camera up
puss.
for?
For an hour and 20 minutes, I had my arm up in the air, cumulative.
Yeah. Dude, that's well. Hey, at least you had the best view. I mean,
Yeah.
you were kept looking down at my level, and you're like two different worlds.
You know, people are always like, "Oh, why do you have your phone out and record? You gotta live in the moment." I've actually gotten real good at like recording, and not even thinking about recording,
Mm-hmm.
and I could still like enjoy the show and I'm recording. Plus, everyone else has their phones out and recording.
There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
That are really good at like
Yeah,
recording events like that.
yeah,
It's crazy. It's a skill
weird.
that's becoming like more
acquired.
acquired by more people.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, dude, I felt so bad for you, because we're in there, and the ticket surprised me because you bought the tickets,
Mm-hmm.
and so I kind of didn't really know anything because every time we hung out, I'd forget to ask to look at them, so I didn't really know where we were sitting or anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just said buy the fucking tickets, Brendan, because we're fucking going, and you were like on it. But when we got there, boom, floor standing seats.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised the shit out of me. I was automatically hyped.
I would do it again probably.
Fuck, dude,
Yeah.
that's the way to go to a concert. It's hard to even be sitting down, unless if you're at like a music festival, like the one I went to, that was a 3-day music festival.
Mm.
Like you're in fields.
That would be sick though.
Yeah.
Like a day long thing. You
Yeah,
know.
but guess what? I wasn't in the fields. I was up in the front, just like how we were.
Mm.
That's how I was all 3 days. Because that's just how I want. I'm like, the closer I am, the fucking cooler it is.
I get you.
Yeah. And dude, how did you feel like after I'm obviously more of a Suicide Boys fan than you. Fucker didn't even know what Grey 5'9" was.
Yeah, I was calling it K59 because
Oh
that's
my
what
God.
it sounded like at first.
Yeah,
Like
we're
a-
standing there, and before the guys come out, they drop their flag, and Brendan's like, "What's Grey 5'9"?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, man. Jesus Christ, dude."
It's their label, right?
Yes, it's their record
It's their
label.
label.
They say it in literally every fucking
Grade
song.
5'9".
Yeah, a lyric, some type of lyric and bar and line or whatever you want to call it is dropped
Mm-hmm.
with it in their song.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, it was sick as fuck, dude. But how did you feel when the show was over, like seeing Suicide Boys? Like someone that you've listened to a lot because of me.
I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it so much because of the lineup too. They had a stellar lineup of just like people I never heard really,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, everyone's music is slapping. And then
Slapping.
And then, like, Suicide Boys went hard. All of a sudden, like, the bass got boosted by 20 times. Everything was shaking.
Well, it's their show.
Oh, it was intense.
It's their
It was
show.
badass.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was honestly really exhausted after the show was over
Mm-hmm.
because of, like, just how much,
Energy you threw out.
yeah, and my voice was dead.
How
from
was it when you
yelling.
woke up this morning?
It was still pretty bad in the
Mhm.
like. It's getting better. It's gotten a lot better. In the morning though, I was like, yeah, I was at a concert last night,
Mhm.
and they were like laughing their ass off.
What's weird to me, dude, is how many concerts have we been together? That was our second?
Our second, our first one. Do we even count it? Because it was so bad compared to this one was epic.
I know.
Like this was an epic night, dude.
But
It
that
really
ju-
was.
It just blows my mind because we've been friends for so long. I've been to so many concerts, and you've only been to a handful.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go to more together, brother.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love live events in general,
Mm-hmm.
like fights.
I wish fucking
music.
concerts were 24 hours a day, dude. Every day. Someone would die.
Mm-hmm.
But no, what I kind of get every time when I go to a concert and I see someone that I've watched, or not watched, but listened to for a long time, I always get like a humble feeling. It's not that I idolize. Do you idolize athletes or musicians or actors? Higher
Idolize is a strong word.
right? That's what I'm
I would
saying.
use the word like look up to.
That's what I would
Like
say is more too.
more like role models.
yeah, role models.
But at the same time, like having role models that are celebrity type people, like
Mhm.
athletes and musicians, is problematic at the same time.
Yeah.
To expect them to hold
At certain things.
like moral high ground on things, like
yeah.
but like on their work ethic though, I think anyone that's successful, you can respect their work
Yeah,
ethic.
and look up to.
100%.
Well, anytime I see someone like that, that's someone that I look up to, it's just like, whoa, no, they're just like everyday people. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then like being there with them and experiencing everything, when they're talking to everybody, it's just a really cool experience.
And then it's like what separates them from everybody else. I feel
Exactly.
like it goes back to that work ethic, that grind.
Right? And then you were Scrim's little speech that he gave at the end of the show.
That moved me.
Yeah.
His speech moved me.
Yeah, he hit. That hit.
Mm-hmm.
That hit really hard. Talked about his struggles, how he was talking about being depressed and suicidal, and how music saved him, how his fans saved him, and not even that long ago, just a couple of years ago.
And what's cool to me is to think about that in that
Mhm.
perspective, because I don't go listening to Suicide Boys for like emotional reasons, but like because it's like pretty hardcore music.
That's another thing I want to talk about. But yeah, keep going. Well, I'm gonna say it.
And I'm like, oh, this is hardcore music. I
Mhm.
vibe to that. But like, there's really emotional, deep lyrics
Yes.
that reach people.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was talking about his speech and how like he's like, oh, it's a two-way lane, like you save my lives, I save yours, kind of thing. And that really made me respect him.
Yeah,
as
and
an
how he was like, I
artist.
didn't think anyone would ever tell me that I saved their lives,
Mhm.
and how he didn't know how to handle it.
Mhm.
Respect.
Respect to Scrim.
But here's the thing. Sean kind of gives me shit. He doesn't really give you shit anymore, but they used to, about how because like, I listen to Little Peep, I listen to Suicide Boys, Puya, all that kind of shit. And Sean likes motivating music, and I get that because you were trying to be the champ. You know what I mean? And he likes gangster rap and all that. Like he likes 6ix9ine and kind of shit like that, hype music. That's why I'm trying to I throw out, hey, check out Suicide Boys because they're hype music. Check out
Oh.
Puya, hype music.
Hype.
Yeah, Shake Well, hype music. But he's like, oh, what do they talk about?
Literally killing people.
And themselves, or like the problems they've had, drugs, all that kind of shit. And that's the stuff that kind of makes him avoid it. But I try to, I wish people wouldn't look at it like that. Like, oh, if I listen to depressed music, it makes me depressed. No. It's just super
Well,
relatable.
And it helped a bunch of
Oh,
people,
oh, yeah.
clearly. Like,
And I think just some people don't really quite understand that.
mhm.
Like, they kind of just think, oh, well, if you listen to sad music, you're sad. And it's like, fuck no, it's relatable because the person who's listening to that has felt the same way that the person singing it has felt.
And like relatability, especially in like the world of the internet and Facebook, and like we were talking about mental issues.
Yeah.
Think about depression and like you know how easily you can get depressed from feeling not connected to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got these guys who are like spilling their fucking heart out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like relatable.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a big thing to like. That's a big
Huge.
bridge to gap,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I think he saves a lot of people.
Yeah. And why people can listen to it and not be sad when they listen to it. That's what I'm trying to say. But, yeah. You know what else I thought that was really cool about that concert? They put money into it with the sets. That was really cool. When they had their house, they had like these two houses. They kind of gave me the vibes of like where they grew up from, right? Because they're singing along and they're knocking on it when they're doing some lyrics and shit. And then about halfway through the concert, it burns down. And then they actually like take it down, and it looks like it's like burning and
They had a
shit.
cool screen. with
And it literally
fire.
it sounded like we were in a fucking fire.
Mhm.
I was kind of like,
Wasn't it?
oh, this
Shit.
would be terrifying. You know what I mean? Like, so that was really cool. And then when they like took a little second break to set up the coffins that they jumped out of before a song, that was sick. I'm like, oh, that's so creative. I like when artists do that kind of shit. It's like they're not just taking all the money, going on stage, standing there, and then getting off. Like, no, they're putting it in to make the show more better.
Yeah, or you could just throw the money out like a gangster.
Some people do that. Some people do that money gun shit.
Oh, see, that would be kind of cool.
You know who I want to go see? That would be amazing. And I'm not even a big person. Steve Aoki.
Oh, I was.
Who did you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say Young Gravy. I thought he was gonna say Young Gravy with the money gun that we were just talking about. That seems like a Young
Oh.
Gravy type thing.
Oh.
But you went with Steve Aoki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Steve Aoki's cool as hell.
Yeah, because I've been watching. I follow him on Instagram, and he's very in the crowd, hands on, throwing fucking cakes on people. His sets, like one time it was like a big giant alien ship was like above everyone and shit, and the light show. He just came to St. Louis not too long ago. I'm like, damn, we should have went to that. That probably would have been fucking epic.
Think about being in his family. His dad is the owner founder.
I know that shit blows my
of
mind.
Benihana, and then his sister's a model.
I know that shit blows my mind. But way to like, when your dad is successful, and it's like, oh, I don't want to follow the fucking family. I don't want to be like the family. Look, he went and did what he loved and turned it into something. Respect.
And he's really good at it.
And he's really good at it. That's badass.
100%.
That's some good shit. And he's really cool, it seems like. Imagine being at those kind of parties where Steve Aoki's right there doing all the. You'd be like on acid. You'd be on all kinds of shit.
It's crazy. He might have more of an impact than his dad did, like in history.
Yeah. But yeah, if Suicide Boys is coming to your fucking city, go see him. We also saw Shakewell. Help me out here.
Shakewell, Ramirez, Night Lavelle, this band called Turnstile, who's a heavy punk rock band. Oh, come on.
Okay.
They had some pretty good
That's
vibes.
more James music. It was
a punk band. It was a punk band.
That's more James music. Yeah, I liked their energy, and they were very talented. It did, like what you said, they felt like a band. I was like, oh, wow, they're bringing bands back. That's lit. Yeah. But that's just that, again, that type of music. It's just for James.
Ooh, Germ. I like Germ, too.
Yeah.
Germ was good. Oh, God. There was a guy we missed at the very beginning. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, we came in on, like, his last song.
Bro, that was
a good song, too.
Dumb, the line, though. Like, because we should have got there even earlier, I guess.
Oh, how the line outside?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was cool.
Well, we missed the first act, though, because of that.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, it's not,
it was
the,
kind
it's
of
not
our
the biggest
fault,
deal.
too.
So.
We were like 20 minutes early.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, well. But I'm just sad we didn't get any fucking merch, dude. I want some Suicide Boys merch. I fucked up.
Yeah. Well, we just buy it online or something.
Oh, so something I don't get about concerts that happens all the time is the mosh pits, the spinning around, wanting to beat the fuck out of each other. Because when we were walking out, we saw that one dude who had that cut over his eye, and he was all fucked up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like
that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Hope you feel good in the morning.
Fucking idiot.
Fucking douchebag. And then, like, go fight in the UFC. You really want to fight? Go fight in the UFC,
You're
buddy.
jumping levels there.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you really want to be a fighter and you're so tough? Go be a fucking fighter, dude. Guess what? You're going to get your ass beat because you're a fucking douchebag if you think that you're tough out here at a concert.
Well, do they think they're tough, or are they just like because they can't dance? It's like their form. It's their form of dancing because it doesn't require like skill. Like you can there's, dancing competitions. Like clearly, dancing has skill.
I think they just want to be violent.
Are just
so the guy in the parking lot just wanted to dance.
I think mosh pit people are just talentless dancers.
Well, no, I get like the wanting to push and shove and you're having fun because there is like the ones behind us, the one that was happening right behind us. Those guys weren't hurting each other and they were all laughing.
One dude ate shit.
Oh, did he?
One
I
dude
didn't
ate
see
shit.
it. Oops.
And I was like, oh, he's clearly the stranger out of these three people because these two seem like they're friends.
I should have just stuck my elbow out because they would just bounce off of it and fall down.
You were bigger than a lot of people.
I was
there.
the biggest person in that fucking crowd. They made me feel old.
One guy was your height, and he had the yellow hair and the black hair.
The poofy hair?
Long hair. It's crazy.
But yeah, dude, we're walking out. So, lost my car. Been there, done that. I know everyone has. We're looking for my car. We pass it. I'm like, dude, we're too far. Let's turn around. We're turning around. People are walking, and they're like, oh, they're just making comments about how, oh, he kept hitting him. Oh, he's just walking away all fucked up. I'm like, oh, shit, something bad must have happened. And then all of a sudden, we were walking, and these cars were trying to leave, and this guy kicks, he's like, fuck your car, and he kicks this dude's back tail light out, like the left side, and shatters it. And then I'm like, my like dad, brother instincts went in on you. Because now I'm like, we're walking in front of the car as this is happening. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, fuck. Who's going to fucking floor it and go flying somewhere?
He's going to get out of his car before he floors it.
I know. That's just where I was thinking. I'm like, I don't want to get hit by a car. We're right in the middle of violence. I need to get out of here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then a part of me just wanted to walk up and deck that dude.
I agree.
Who kicked that? I would have came out of nowhere, slept him. Just a one good sleeper where you didn't even see it coming and then just walk off.
You do some disrespectful shit like that. Oh, man. Dude, I would hate to be in a situation like that. I just want to have a good night. I don't want to have to get, assault you. I don't want to assault you, brother.
Yeah. And if I'm the guy in the car and the guy just kicked out my taillight and he said, fuck your car because over probably some little argument, I'd be like, great. I turn off my car, I'm like, great, now I got to kill this guy.
100%.
I'm going to jail tonight because I'm going to fucking kill this guy.
I'm like, he didn't give me his insurance. I had to beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, and there's cops everywhere. Like, why do people... And then plus, Scrim gave that speech right before the last song.
Right.
All the other artists are like, everyone look to your left, to your right, that's your brother, blah, blah, blah. We're all family in here. Scrim and Ruby, when they came on, hey, in the Mosh Pits, if you see someone fall, pick them up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then we go out in the parking lot, and it's like, who's ready to fucking fight?
It was like that.
Yeah. I was talking to my dad about that because he's 72, and his days in concerts are completely different than what our days in concerts are like. And he started going with my sister back in the day, and then he started seeing all these fights, and he quit going. He's like, I'm done going because there's just too many people that want to fight. Mm. Back in his day, he said people were either fucked up on drugs or they were all loving on each other. And I'm like, Dad, there was just fights.
Yeah, there's fights.
Yeah, but I'm sure maybe there were less. Who knows?
There's just more, I guess, occurrences, It's crazy.
More crazy kids.
More crazy kids.
Yeah. Dude, we're a little late on this, but Squid Game. I did want a little review on it from our take.
Okay.
Yeah. You rate it and tell me what you thought about it.
I would give it a solid 8.
An 8?
Mm-hmm.
Just an 8.
Yeah, a good
8.0.
To me, it had good writing, good acting. The worst thing going for it was like if someone dies off screen, they're not really dead. Like, it's one of those things I always see. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that one guy, oh, well, no spoilers.
Everyone saw the damn show.
But like, the one dude that fell off that cliff, he's coming back, guarantee it. And then like...
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
You think that guy's coming back?
Yeah, 100%. Second season, he's coming back. The second season's going to be much worse than the first season.
You think so?
Just because, like...
They're going to get they're going to get money. They're going to have more money for it.
It's going to get ridiculous, though, because you can only go higher.
Yeah. Here's my one thing. Okay, so you're giving it an 8.0.
It's overhyped, too, to my opinion.
You thought it was a little overhyped?
Like, I think it's worthy of praise, but to be the best thing ever on Netflix, which maybe it does deserve it.
They went nuts, dude.
Maybe I'm a hater.
Apparently, somewhere in China or something, they were suing Netflix for the traffic flow that it caused. Like, it fucked up their internet or some shit.
I think that might have been South Korea, too.
Yeah,
possibly.
fuck.
Yeah, because everyone was trying to watch Squid Game.
Yeah.
It was a different country. I don't know where it was.
So... I'd give it like a 7.3.
What's with the... Okay, explain a little
lower
bit.
7. It's a lower 7.3.
What do you think drew it back?
So, the things I liked about it. The sets and like the costumes. They did a really good job on that. I liked the acting. Some of the writing was a little cheesy. A little base. It was kind of basic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plot armor like a mofo for the dude who's the cop.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. Here's the thing, though. How did you watch Squid Game? Did you watch Squid Game when it was English? and you just heard English? Or did you watch it with subtitles and it's original audio? Because if you watched it in English,
I did not.
that is a completely different show. It has to be. Because we would laugh we would pause. Well, not pause. We'd watch a scene, restart it, and change it, and then watch it again. And it was completely different. Complete different dialogue, sentences. It felt different moods.
You got to be creative because you have to find like English words that sound like they could come out of their mouth. So it is way different.
That was such a it was like a mind opener because I've watched Narcos, and I never had the thought like that. I thought everybody watched Narcos with subtitles. I didn't even think people were out there watching Narcos with English. You know what I mean? Because I just felt like it was meant to be watched with the subtitles. And another thing that kind of pisses me off is why are the English versions different dialogue? Why wouldn't the English version just say what the fuck they're actually saying in the original audio? That makes no sense.
Oh man.
Tell me why.
I couldn't tell you. I have no clue.
Does it have to do with language? I don't know. Help us out. Because guess what? It makes no sense. It kind of pisses me off. A little OCD about it. Because if I somewhat get to an age where I'm like, fuck reading subtitles, I'm done with that shit. I still want to be able to watch it and get the same experience because it's completely different. I don't even know how you watched. If you watched Squid Games in the English version, I don't know how you did. So let us know. Let us know how you did.
7.38. I think it's a pretty good score still. Yeah. So it's a good show. Highly recommend.
Did you finish Midnight Mass?
No.
So that show gets batshit crazy. The first episode was boring, kind of, and we were doing Pedal the Cause, which, by the way, we got our medals. I was pretty sad because you weren't even excited for your medal.
I would have brought it too if you would let me know we were gonna wear them.
Well, I was like, he didn't even care about his medal, so I'm not even gonna tell him to wear it on the pod. But yeah, I'm happy. I wear my medal with honor. I did something.
I know what we did.
Oh, I know.
It's epic. I love
I mainly continue the medal thing on because my Uncle John liked them. So I'm like, you got one, Uncle Jay. You know what I mean? So when you were like, oh, cool, you got a medal. All right, cool, man. And then one thing I'm going to rant about, I had to drive. So the hours to pick these up were from 7 to 9:30. Who the hell? These are all adults, mainly adults, that I saw do this shit. How do they have jobs where they can go pick this up at 7 to 9:30? There was a second day. It was 4 to 6. But then that's all traffic hour getting off work. I didn't do that one because I'm an early bird. I would rather get that. So I went to the early one. But even for me, I was like, damn, I'm not doing shit. But I'm like, I can imagine this being a little tough for somebody. And they probably had to, I don't know.
There's a lot of people that I feel like are retired too.
Yeah.
That rode in the Pedal the Cause. That wouldn't have the same issues. But then there's a lot of working people still.
Yeah. Anyway, oh well. Deal with it. You got the medal. You can move on, kid. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So Midnight Mass. Bad shit, crazy show. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. The priest and he's like the main guy. His acting, he kills it. He's my favorite part of the show. It's like if Constantine and like the devils and shit with Constantine. With something else. It's like mixed with something else. And if they had a baby. But I don't know what that other thing is. But it's just real weird. Sometimes it gets too weird for me. Like I know my mom would love it because she loves all this shit. Like Angels and Demons. Shit like that. The movie with Tom Hanks, I think.
Oh, I thought you meant like Literal Angels. You're talking about the actual movie, Angels and Demons?
Maybe it's like that. And what's the other one? The first one.
Oh, you're thinking...
But that's all like puzzles and shit.
No, that's a good movie.
But it's like how the spiritual part of it, the spiritual part of the movie.
With Tom Hanks in it.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
The Da Vinci Code?
Yeah. Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. But not like the puzzle part.
Like the satanic part?
Yeah.
Wait, there is Christianity stuff in there.
Yeah. Oh, no. Midnight Mass, that's all that shit is, dude. It's about angels and like vampires and shit.
Oh, there's vampires in it.
Yeah, dude. It gets crazy. Yeah. You should finish it because I think I watched the second episode and it hooked me.
I watched the second episode too.
Yeah. Oh, then what'd you think?
I was like, I watched the third episode. I haven't watched it yet.
You haven't watched it. Okay.
Yet.
Well, let's talk about more then when you see it. Oh well. Have you heard about Dave Chappelle's Backlash?
Yeah, I heard about it.
How fucking stupid is that?
It is dumb.
And it makes
it.
Did
you hear what Channing Tatum said?
What?
Channing Tatum was in defense with like, he was like, I can see how his language could be hurtful. I was like, Channing, come on, man. I really respect you. Don't say these things.
Cause see, dude, a part of me, I back off with. I try to be careful with what I say in our pod, even though I don't know how good we are with it, but I try to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like there's some shit that we can't talk about. People need to stop being so fucking sensitive. Like, look at me. I'm a bald, fat boy. Some people are like, oh, Schmidt, you're not fat. You're big. You're a big guy. I think I'm fat, and I'm bald, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do not get it in stand-up comedian, movies, anything. I don't get hurt if fat jokes or bald jokes are made.
I mean, as long as they're funny.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not going out to hurt someone.
And here's the difference, though. Fat, bald guys, we're accepted in society. There's certain things, like, transgenders aren't really accepted yet. I wouldn't say transgender people are accepted.
Mm-hmm.
They almost are, but there's still so many people that are against it, so how can you really say it's accepted? Even the other different colors, you know what I mean? We're still fighting over that, you know? So it's like, maybe it's a little different. Maybe they do have a little more of a point, you know, because it's harder for them to be even accepted in society. So when they're not even accepted and we're making fun of them, maybe, you know, how fucking damaging is that?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not those kind of people, so we don't know. So the jokes don't hurt us. So therefore, it's like we don't even have a fucking opinion about it.
Short jokes can be really funny. I
dude,
wouldn't come at you and crucify you.
I know, dude. Comedy is supposed to be where we can do that.
Like, there should be free spaces to make light of things that are serious.
Now, if you're literally standing there going, fuck these people, these exact only people, only fuck them, then that's different. Then we're going, well, this is kind of fucked up. This is a little fucked up. But if you're going out there and making jokes and having fun and like...
Dude, to me, I think Dave Chappelle hasn't even said anything nearly as bad as some things that have come out of Joe Rogan's mouth.
Oh, God. Well...
I'm like, if you wanted to crucify someone, give Dave a break.
Yeah.
Okay, when you compare women to hyenas and talk about... That was part of Joe's stand-up when we were there, about women being like hyenas and how it makes it worse for society, and like how the hyena males have like... He must have been drunk, too. He seemed pretty lit. But it was really offensive.
You know what sadly that is? Levels of fame. But I think Joe is almost there. It's weird. Joe's 3 different people. You got UFC commentator Joe, you got podcast Joe, and you got stand-up Joe. Because stand-up Joe, like you said, even seeing your face a couple times that night when you were just going, oh, this is what you do. This is what Brendan does when Joe would say some fucked up shit. And I'm over here going, oh, because I know it pissed you off. And then some ladies, I would see girls get up and leave. I'm like, damn, Joe is going hard tonight on some shit.
Yeah. It just wasn't like, I didn't find it funny, though. Like, it has to be funny, man.
That's how people feel about the Dave thing. But I'm like you, man. I'm with Dave. I support Dave. I've always loved Dave. He's the GOAT of comedy to me.
Dave doesn't hate trans people.
Yeah, no.
Like, that's stupid to make that kind of dumb connection.
Right? Dave's got to be probably one of the nicest people in the world.
Yeah.
Especially, I wish people don't even know him personally. We only know the Dave we get. I can't imagine the Dave that he really is.
See, like, for me to compare Dave to Joe, it'd have to be like after I heard Dave's rant, like talking about it, I'd be like, man, I don't know how he really feels about trans people.
Right.
That'd be how I thought about Joe's.
100%. But that's not how Dave Chappelle's Netflix specials are.
Mm-mm.
And that just comes down to people when they use their too sensitive card. I'm too sensitive.
And he's just an observationist.
Yeah.
Like I remember the last special, he had a riff on transgender people. He was like, "Don't you
Yeah.
think you're holding back the rest of the bus
Oh yeah.
on the LGBTQ?" But he's just talking about like things he observes because of like the statistics and things
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, and now people from Netflix are like all the workers were threatening to like walk out or some shit. And now I saw articles. How is Netflix gonna handle this? Blah blah blah. So it's like, oh my god, poor Dave. Even though Dave's uncancelable, you can't cancel Dave. And
Someone else will just pick him up.
Exactly, and he's gonna handle it all fine. So, but I thought the special was good. Did you watch it?
I have not seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
I need
You
to
should watch
it.
that shit, dude. It was fucking hilarious.
I need to
Sorry if
get
that
on
offends anyone. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
No, I really do. I'll probably watch it tomorrow. I'll watch it tomorrow night.
Dude, let's talk about this Risk fucking Game of Thrones.
That's fun.
Oh boy, dude, we got some stories.
If you want to lose a friendship, you play Risk.
You play Risk. He hated me. First night we ever played, I hated him. Second night, he hated me. So the first night, let's talk about the first night. I had never played Risk, guys, right? Hold on. Sorry. All right, where was I? Sorry.
So we're talking about the first night of Risk.
Yeah, first night of Risk. Never played it. Took like 30 minutes to teach me how to play the damn game. There's so much
30 minutes? More like an hour, bro.
Okay, an hour. But never played Risk before. This is Game of Thrones versions. There's 2 fucking boards, 2 maps, all these things you got to put on.
It's a lot.
Funnest game in the world. I enjoyed the fuck out of it the first night. I picked up about halfway when I'm like, I finally get it. And then I was wanting to restart because I was like, oh, if only I could restart, I'd beat you fuckers. That didn't go well the second night. But first night, Brendan makes a fucking pack with me. And I make a pack with him. And it's down to me, him, and my 2 other buddies, Danny and... Or no.
Mo and Brock.
Mo and Brock. And Mo was the big dog. He had it all.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brock was second. Brock had all he was second most. I'm dying out. But I'm like, okay, I beat Danny. It's my buddy Danny's game. He's been on the pod. And he always wants to be the Targaryens.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the first game, he wanted to be the Targaryens. He already picked them. But then we found out, you actually rolled the dice for him. And whoever rolls the biggest number gets to pick who they are, what house they want to be. So I actually rolled the biggest number that night. I took the Targaryens just to piss off Danny. Mm-hmm. Then me and Danny end up being like pretty much together, and he wanted to take the land. I wanted to take the land, so we just battled the whole time, and I fucking took his ass out, and he was the first one out of the game. Mm-hmm. So not only did I take Danny out in his own game with his own pieces, I dominated Danny with his own pieces in his own game. First one out. So, and then who else? Then it was Jeff.
Yeah, and did we even really have an alliance? Because you didn't attack Jeff once, I didn't attack Danny once.
Well, so that's the fucking thing about this game is you make alliances, then you betray people, and then you're like asking people not to do what you're doing. And then even like you're supposed to have a reason. Like I got more into that the second game of like you're supposed to have reasons to attack people. Like you're supposed to make a story out of it. Mm-hmm. And like why you're taking this land. And like at the end in the second game when I was like my guys were dying, I was like, just take it, dude. We surrender. Stop killing all of my soldiers. Stop raping my women. Stop killing my soldiers. And then he kept doing it. I was like, you're a sick fuck. I see you completely different as a human being. All because of this fucking game. Mm-hmm. And I look at you a little different, you little backstabbing bastard.
It was fun. It was a story.
But here's the thing, though. His move didn't help him, guys. I wanted him to win. I was like, how? I already took out Danny. And I've somehow ended up going to either be 4th place or above in this fucking game tonight. So my plan was to get Brendan to first, because he had way more people than me. The only way I could have beat you is when it came down to us and rolling the dice would have beat you. That would have been the only way. So you would have came in first, and I would have came in second. And Mo, I wanted to take down Mo because Mo was the piece of shit of the whole night, just dominating.
Mo knows how to talk a lot.
Yeah, and
Talks
he
nonstop.
gets you guys to listen, and I don't know why. He gets people to make stupid decisions because he like wants you to hate the other person to help him out, and that's a snake in the grass.
Mm-hmm. Mo's a snake. Mo's the biggest snake in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
Right after me.
Win Risk. If you're really good at Risk, you're a fucking snake. Because of Brendan killing me, he took third. It's not like he killed me and it benefited him.
I didn't get fourth.
You took third.
Who got fourth?
Me.
Who got fifth? Jeff. Who got sixth? Danny. I still think about all the positions.
Oh, I know.
That not first or last thing is BS. You can still get...
I was so pissed, guys.
Still get bronze.
I was pissed. I was vivid. I was ranting for a very long time about some shit. I was saying some shit that would get me canceled. Like I can't even say it on the podcast at him for a long time because it just made no sense. We might record our next game of Risk and put it on
That'd be fun.
YouTube.
Well, I'm gonna be better.
Yeah, we gotta watch our mouths. Because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of betrayal. It's a lot of backstabbing. The second night, I pissed him off because I said something.
He was being a bully the whole night, talking personal shit. He was going outside of the board game, doing jabs at me. Gaslighting me, making me look like a dick or something.
What
you were the one that was
What
an
did I
asshole.
say outside of the board game? That's what I want to know.
You were like, oh man, you're like, I bet he's gonna go home and play video games. Shit like, fucking bullshit, petty shit.
Did I say that?
Oh yeah, you said it. I wanted to punch you in your face when you said it. You were disrespectful as hell, and it was because of the first night. It was because the first night he was being like that.
He was pissed.
I was shaking, and then I was like, here, take my cards.
Oh
I
yeah.
was so pissed
He's like, you
off.
want my cards? Take my cards. I'm like, I don't want your fucking cards. I want to beat you the right way.
And guess what? It worked. I didn't even want to play afterwards. I was rolling all shitty.
Oh no.
I didn't care. My energy wasn't there.
I don't think I took it outside of the board game. I kept it in the board game.
No, you didn't. Just drop it. We forgive each other.
Oh,
it's
I know.
over now.
Oh, I know. Hey, we can talk about it. Because I thought it was hilarious. That's just what this game fucking does to you. It brings you to levels you never thought you could even reach. Because even if it's some silly shit that's being said,
I'd rather have
it just get like you take it to a whole new level because you're so invested in this board game.
I would rather have you betray me on the board game than hurt my feelings personally. That's where it comes down to.
I think Mo said more personal shit to you than me. But again, that's the board game. That's Risk. I think Risk puts you in this realm, puts you in this world where you think differently, you act differently. It's kill or be killed. It's kill or be killed.
I'm watching your ass.
Yeah. Well, Mo is definitely the snakiest of the snakes. There's levels. And you're definitely second. But I think you had bad luck the second game with your pieces. Like how I did the first game. That's the only reason why the second game didn't go well for you. Well, you were the first one out the second game. Right? Who was it me? Who put you out?
Yeah, you put me out.
But I had to. Yeah, that's right. Because after we blew up and got into a fight and we settled down, it came down
we
to
had
our
an alliance.
Yeah, we had. I felt I couldn't even attack him anymore. I was like, well, fuck. Now I gotta be nice.
Well, I wasn't even like, you already won.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were saying if Ricky. What about the mental game?
I was like, yeah, if there's a mental game here, I'm broken. I don't want to play anymore.
That's what you do
the
in Risk.
The spirit of the game was lost. Like
that's what you do in Risk. That's how you break down your opponents. Take notes. Take notes.
Just be a bully. That'll get you really far in the game.
And remember, guys, the reason why I probably was being a bully was the betrayal the weekend before.
Which is just games. I'm not coming at him, calling him fat and shit, being a dickhead. That would be different.
You fat fucking king. If you would have been like that.
Oh, you should have heard what he was saying the first game that he can't say here.
Guess what? We're gonna record game 3.
Just get me all fired up now. He's laughing. He's laughing. Learn some board game etiquette when you come here.
We'll see. We'll see. Next time, we might have a video, and people will see just how much this fucking game changes you as a person.
I think it'll be better though.
Well,
It was test runs those first games.
Well,
Very emotional. It won't happen again.
it is very emotional. Very emotional. Like me when I saw that Tom Cruise photo.
Oh my God, of him blown up and bloated.
Yeah. Do you think that's age, or do you think he just had surgery?
Age. And
You think it's
it
age?
could be a variety of things, bro.
Maybe he didn't have his face recently done, so he's like a little swollen.
He's old now. Yeah.
That's what breaks my heart, dude. When I saw Tom Cruise look like that, I was like, oh my God, Tom Cruise is old. And he's like, what,
Well,
62?
Yeah. He doesn't look bad for 62, so he just looks scary because he probably does fillers and
It
stuff.
was the first wake-up call for me with Tom Cruise in 62. Because he's always looked like Tom Cruise in all his movies.
Mhm.
And he's only 8 years from 70. Oh my God. It's just one of those things, man. When you see people that you've watched for a long time get old, you're like, oh my God, Father Time.
Mhm.
You get everybody.
Yo, I don't know if you were gonna talk about it. I wanted to bring it up though.
Huh.
About because we missed the UFC fights on
Oh, we've missed quite a few.
during Risk
Quite a
though. Did
few.
you hear about Aspen Ladd?
Mm-mm.
Well, Aspen Ladd fought Norma Dumont,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the main fight. It was,
Mhm.
she headlined the card,
Mm-hmm.
and she lost. And everyone, like Misha Tate, was like the abuse in your corner. It was like it's mental abuse because her corner man, Jim West, who's her trainer,
Mm-hmm.
was like being honest with her and
Mhm.
like you're gonna fucking lose. Like what the fuck are you doing? Type shit.
Well, that we've heard in many corners before.
100%.
Yeah.
And then like
I would want my corner to be like that. I
It-
hate when a corner's like, when you're losing, and like,
Mhm.
oh, you're doing great.
Mhm.
You're doing good. Shut the what?
Right. I'm with you. But anyways, that's where the controversy is. It's really DC and RC, Daniel Cormier and Ryan Clark on their
Mhm.
pod, they talked about it too.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I didn't know this. Jim West, her trainer,
Mm-hmm.
is also her in a relationship with her.
Hmm.
What do you think of that? Because what about workplace romances, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not cool with like people aren't cool with those. What do you think about like kosher fighter?
It happens all the time.
It happens
That
all
happens
the
all
time.
the time.
But then you have those
Rose
instances.
Namajunas and Pat Barry.
And then you got those instances though where you're in where the cornerman's in there, and then it's like DC spelled it out pretty well and was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how is that can be unfair to both people because they have to be different, like because they go home to it.
That's just
afterwards.
like trying to pick something stupid. Like, oh, what can we talk about and make shine light on that doesn't even fucking matter?
I thought it was stupid from the get go.
Yeah.
But like, it's become a big thing though.
Hmm.
It's really
I'm
out
gonna-
there.
I'm gonna look it up more
Look
into it.
into it.
Yeah.
Just type in Aspen Ladd.
I want to know what
On
DC
YouTube,
said.
on YouTube, you can
Yeah.
see the whole highlights of the cornerman video. It's not bad either. It really
Yeah.
isn't. And like,
Now, if he's sitting there and he's smacking the fuck out of her, you need to fucking do better. What the fuck? Ugh. Then I'd be like, wow, he's hitting her. This is crazy.
Mhm.
But if he's sitting there going, you're fucking losing, you need to fucking dig deep, get your fucking shit together, and go out there and fucking win.
agreed.
Like, thanks? Because what if she would have went out there and won?
Yeah.
If she would have went out there and she lost?
She lost. She
Yeah,
looked
she
terrible.
lost. So what if she had gone out there and won?
Like she did in the other, like
Wow.
in another fight before that.
Yeah.
Where Ryan Clark on DC with him, he was bringing it up that he had done the same thing, Jim West,
Mm-hmm.
and then the fight went her way, and like we didn't make a big deal out of it.
Exactly.
So like the outcome.
RC, you my man.
Yeah, I like that. DC and RC is a good
DC,
podcast.
RC. Yeah. That's interesting, though.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting.
I just was, yeah, it blew my mind because I didn't watch any of those fights, unfortunately. But like, yeah, it was a big deal, controversy. I don't know why Misha Tate had to say that. Bilal Muhammad
Mm-hmm.
said something really dumb too, and
That's just what fighters do sometimes. They want to go out and say some shit.
yeah, that's true.
Damn, but yeah, we gotta do another UFC fight picks because we do have some we have back-to-back badass UFC events. UFC 267 and UFC 260 or no, yeah, 268.
Bro, did we even have how much?
We don't have much. We have just a couple
Give
minutes.
me
Yeah. Next pod.
okay.
Next pod. Because all right, let's just real quick one last thing before we go. Episode 49.
Episode 49.
The Batman trailer. How excited? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a little nervous?
It could be really. It could be dog shit.
You think it could be bad?
Dog shit. Yeah.
See, what I'm really excited for is Paul Dano as the Riddler.
Mm-hmm. He's a great actor.
I love Paul Dano.
He's gonna be a weird Riddler. I think the Riddler's gonna be
Oh.
the creepiest he's ever been.
Yeah, right. And what's weird, Paul Dano, like the first time we ever saw Paul Dano was The Girl Next Door, right? When we were kids, and he played that nerdy guy. And then I think the second time I saw him was when he played when he gets murdered. Or no, he is the murderer. What's that movie? Where
Oh, with Hugh Jackman and
No, that's Prisoners.
Prisoners.
A couple years ago, or not, like probably about 6 years ago.
Where he gets murdered?
No, he's like the suspect for kidnapping the kids or killing the kids. But then you later find out it wasn't Paul Dano.
That's the plot for Prisoners.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you that. I'm talking about the movie where he like the guy's changing the car and the car's coming and he kicks him out in front of him and the guy gets hit by the car.
Ooh, Taking Lives.
Taking
Lives with Ethan
Lives.
Hawke
Yeah.
and
Ooh, you get to
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, when he hit the good titty scene. They have a real good sex titty scene.
Yeah,
where
you're
he's
right.
Squeezing on Angelina Jolie's titties.
He had a really
you're like-
small scene in there.
You're like, oh my God, Angelina Jolie. Ooh. But yeah, Paul Dano was in that. Then I think, I don't know, Little Miss Sunshine. He was awesome in Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah. And then the movie that really sold me with Paul Dano, where I was like, this dude is an incredible actor. I love the fucking movie.
I know what I was going to say.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie's incredible. If you haven't seen
Well, no, you said the wrong movie.
Well, I did. Oh my God, not Country for Old Men.
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood. Why did I say No Country for Old Men?
You got me for a second.
I know.
You said it so confidently.
I know.
And then I was like, yeah.
Isn't that crazy when you
And
tell
then
yourself,
I was like, that's not
when
right.
you can tell yourself something so confidently, how much of an impact it can have?
I mean, I knew you knew
Powerful.
the movie.
Powerful. Yeah. There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Jesus. With Daniel Day-Lewis, Paul Dano. That movie's fucking incredible. Paul Dano's incredible in that movie. The end with the fucking bowling ball cue or whatever. What is that called? I don't know. A pin.
Yeah, Boeing.
Damn.
Boeing pin.
Yeah. And then we saw him in Prisoners. Exceptional. Yeah. Paul Dano. I'm a big fan. Can't wait to see him as the Riddler. What's the guy's name? Robert Patterson. Interesting that he's going to be the next Batman.
He looked pretty good in it. He
Yeah.
looks like moody, too.
From Harry Potter to Twilight to Batman. What a career.
He's the edgiest Batman yet.
Yeah. What does he say? When he stands up, he's like, what are you? He's like, fuck. He says
Have you seen?
He says a dope fucking word.
I'm vengeance.
Is it vengeance?
Yeah, I'm vengeance.
I'm vengeance. Yeah, thank you.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm excited. People were saying that it's too dark. I hope they keep it like that. We'll fucking see. The trailer looks badass. And the end shot with him upside down walking towards, I think, is it Penguin with who's playing?
Yeah, it's Penguin because he's like, I got him. And,
And
he goes through the fire. and
What's
he
his
gets
name is playing Penguin? Colin Farrell.
That's Colin Farrell?
That's fucking Colin Farrell.
Oh, man.
Crazy. Can't wait.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah. Jobins, episode 49. Thanks for watching and listening. We love all you.
Thank you, guys.
Take it easy.